Good evening, race fans. Welcome into round number 3 of the Affinity Racing Series here at Watkins Glen International for the Max's Carousel Concerns at the Glen here this evening. And as always, here with my co-commentator in the booth, Art. How we doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Love the name of this race.
So this is your sponsored race. So tell me a little bit about it real quick.
Yeah, like I don't know. I have this really good buddy. We were running a league race together. He was dominating at Watkins Glen, and the Carousel just caught him out.
So
would you like to tell us about it?
It's me. I'm Max. I'm concerned about the Carousel tonight. We got 35 laps here this evening. Top 30 on points as of last week's race. Locked themselves in 31st through 40th. That will make up our field here this evening. Transferred in from the LCQ a little bit earlier tonight. And then if we had the available pit stalls, 41st and 43rd spots, will go to those that make a generous donation to the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Already over $1,100 raised for a great cause. Got our estimated field run about 23 to 26 laps. It'll be a one-stopper here this evening. 5 tire sets, so don't really expect a whole lot of strategy to play out. And 3 green-white checkered. Should there be a track-blocking wreck, otherwise we will stay green to the end. Local cautions only here tonight at the Glen. So different style of racing. Going to turn right. Going to shake up the running order potentially a little bit. So we'll see who can rise to the top. Obviously, 2 weeks in a row, Thomas Green victorious. We'll see if he can make it 3 for 3, but definitely excited to see who can come out on top on the road course.
Yeah, just as you were saying, you throw in a little right-handers and you never know what could happen.
Let's go ahead and get you right into the on-track action here. Qualifying already underway here.
Seeing multiple people seemingly have trouble with the bus stop in qualifying.
The first one that will set a lap time here this evening, I believe, will be Zach Ammons, so we'll just go on board with him. Going to walk you through the lap here, exiting the S's and down to the back straightaway into one of the best passing opportunities. High risk, though, into the bus stop. 4th to 2nd gear, right up as close as you like to that inside wall, over the curbs. Here through the Carousel, I am greatly concerned. Keeping it nice and tight to the yellow and red curbing. Get a strong exit, use the runoff on the left side. Does not loop it out of the Carousel like I did. Still keeps you up at night. And into 7 and 8, heavy braking zones. Potentially an opportunity to make a pass. Left-hander. Gonna use a little bit more curb and into the quick right. And on to the front stretch. That is a lap here at Watkins Glen.
If only you could do multiple of those clean.
And Zach Ammon will set a time of 1:11.40 down into turn number 1, heaviest braking zone on the racetrack, outside of the bus stop. Great passing opportunity. And up through the S's, and that'll take you around an entire completed lap here of Watkins Glen.
That did, in fact, put him on pole.
You're on board with the right driver there. Tyler Davala goes second quickest. Thomas Green, a 2-time race winner in as many starts. currently sits in the 7th position, a second off the pace. You're going to see a wide range of skill levels here at these road courses.
Yeah, just like in real life, we'll have drivers who, can excel pretty well, and then those drivers who are just beg to go back to turning left.
So you guys just kind of maybe look forward to this, have it circled on the calendar, or look forward to next week. Here's your 2-time race winner out of the final corner. Looked like a pretty tidy lap there. Let's see what he can do here on his second lap. Thomas Green will slot into the 4th position. Very respectable effort there.
Zach Allman went faster, still maintaining pole.
1:11.30. Nick Miller will slot into the 2nd position. We'll see if anyone can beat them. I believe they're on board with Larry McKenzie Jr. Drew Jawan goes 3rd quickest. Very nice looking paint scheme there for the 32 machine. Brandon Bowers, we know he's had some early season struggles, not like we're accustomed to, but we know he's got speed on the road courses.
It put him P2.
We know he has even better race pace, so he's got a little bit more left in the tank. On that number 11 machine, expect him to be a contender here.
I would love for our first road course us to find out that Zach Allman is just a road course ringer. It's always the best. Like, our last league, we had someone who was just dominant throughout the season. Like, he even came to road courses and would just walk away in Brandon Bowers. Like, it would be nice to have someone come in who's not usually, up there and just, put on a show.
Absolutely. There's currently 21 drivers have set a qualifying laps. I'm got a little loose there, but you can tell he's going for it. Currently 4.5 seconds separating 1st to 21st, so a lot of guys, obviously not their style of racing.
Oh my, Brandon Bowers on pole.
1:11.08. We said he had a little bit more on the tank, and there it is.
I might have jinxed it.
See what he can do in the race, but that's a mighty lap time, 1:11.08. Sartaj Mann slots into the 5th position. So we are just over halfway through qualifying.
So other than the carousel, what do you think might be cause for concern tonight?
I'd say pretty much lap number 1, turn number 1. Obviously, I'm not going to have any cautions here this evening. So really, you just got to get through these first couple of corners cleanly and give yourself a chance to make up some positions. Just got to keep it on the racetrack tonight. A lot of guys are going to be out of their comfort zone, so just got to be aware of that and be cautious and set up your pass. And if you can do that, you come away with a solid top 20 finish and just look on to next week. I know we already have some guys saying that they want to get back to turning left.
Yeah. Should state that if there is a track blocker on lap 1, I believe they will throw the caution.
But otherwise,
yeah, if it's
you're on your own.
Couple cars and they can get it going real fast, we're staying green.
Yeah, we're not going to do the coda nonsense unless it's absolutely warranted. Here with the speed cam and Hunter Rupp looking to rebound from a rough outing last week.
Brandon Bowers out here running some practice laps, just lost it through the bus stop.
You can see here, though, carried a little bit too much speed into the entrance of the carousel. Definitely a concern. 18 to 21 for the fuel run. It's a little bit shorter than what we heard from some of the drivers pre-race. Their second half of the lap looked a little bit better for that 66 machine, but nevertheless, he's going to have to hook up this second lap with that off track through the carousel. He's set out on his second lap. Down into the heavy braking zone of turn number 1. Got to keep it within the confines of the very strict iRacing off-track. He will have time for that second lap. Another one trying to make a late go at things is Timothy J. Moore in the 69. We know he's got decent speed on the road courses as well. And a very unique 69 machine. Don't know if he'll have time to set his lap, though. I do believe this is his out lap.
A lot of this race for some drivers will just be survival. There are no thoughts of winning, just staying, you know, going just forward.
Staying with, oh, and you're going to loop it here, way off track. And if he was on his first lap, it will not count. Will not have time to start a second one, or finish his second one. But Hunter Rupp will, for sure. Through the final corner, we'll see if he was able to keep it nice and tidy.
Yeah, something you mentioned about, you know, trying to stay within the confines of iRacing tracks limits. We do enforce I believe it's a 2-point penalty for like 10 or 20 incidents.
And around goes the 66. Oh!
They will be counting the incidents here. So if you keep going off track and you exceed those limits to go faster, you will, like, in the long run, be penalized.
So something to note here: Daniel Hashey, Kevin Boley, Kyle Ritchie. It just updated. Let me get it back here. So we had 22 drivers: Kyle Ritchie, Daniel Pereira, Daniel Hashey, Kevin Boley, Alan Burr, Hunter Ripp, Travis DeLeon, Timothy J. Moore. All tried to set lap times, but were invalidated or did not get to the flag in time. So that just shows you, even in qualifying, how difficult it can be to hook up a lap around here. 35 laps, just about a little bit under halfway is the real thing. So these guys definitely going to have their hands full here tonight. It's a matter of survival. And we'll see what they'll be able to do here this evening.
So in the LCQ, you know, our bosses made their picks. I believe McElroy selected Tyler Glass, who did well in the LCQ. McQuiggan picked I forgot who McQuiggan picked. Or I think McElroy picked Tyler. Yeah, McElroy picked Tyler Glass. I'm trying to remember who they picked. I can't remember. Did McElroy pick Bowers, or McQuiggan pick Bowers?
Yeah, that's going to be my pick as well, is Mr. Brandon Bowers.
Nah, you can't pick Bowers. McQuiggan picked Bowers.
I picked Zach Amon then.
And it's very sad. Richard, whenever we still thought Herviton was racing, he picked Herviton. And then Herviton had to opt out because of work. So you're picking Zach Amon.
Yes.
I'm going to pick our boy, YJ driver, Tyler Davala.
Down in the 9th position. Very interesting.
Just make his night worse by giving him a little commentator's curse. So how many do you think we see turned around facing the wrong way as we exit turn 1?
It's a decent amount, to be completely honest with you. I'm going to say 5 is our over-under here this evening.
5 going around. Pender for the win. Ooh.
As the field heads off.
Pender for the win is a bold pick. Ryan Tiller starting P18. What do we have?
Only one pace lap here, obviously, at the road course. Gonna have 39 drivers. They all gridded up, going for it here this evening. A couple drivers unable to make it due to work obligations, but we did have a sold-out field. Had to have the LCQ, but obviously life gets in the way sometimes.
And I believe we're missing 4 drivers.
Should have been
39 on track. 43 should be here. Never know what could happen in an hour between the LCQ and the main race, though.
Absolutely. A sold-out crowd at a road course, though. See if they can even make it through. But yeah, just keeping it on track is going to be a key here tonight for a lot of these guys.
Oh, they're already wrecking.
No,
Wait, that's the 85 and the 32. Made contact going through the bus stop. I could be very wrong in those numbers, but those were the numbers I see on the side of the car.
Seeing it there. If you can just keep the car clean, keep some consistent lap times, you'd easily get a very strong points haul here, especially if you're just outside the top 30. You need to lock yourself in with a good points day for next week.
It was Travis De Leon. It was a 15. And Brandon Kiger. He made contact through the bus stop.
Rounding the final corner, though, the pace car going to make the hard right-hand turn. Much like this field of 39, we're going to be making right turns this evening. Brandon Bauer is going to lead us down through the Geico restart zone. And we are underway, and we can already see cars getting squirrely. Pretty even restart between the top two, but Bowers will have the preferred line as the field fans out 3 and potentially 4 wide further back. Let's watch as it all unfolds. Looking pretty good for most of this field, actually. Well done to all drivers. Very nicely done.
You said we would have 5 around through the first corner, and there are none.
They certainly proved me wrong. Hats off to him. Down the back straightaway for the first time. Brandon Bowers, 3-car length lead over Zach Allman. Top 6 all stayed the same. But Mark Frimpong up 8. Brandon Kiger up 8. I can already see guys making moves. Kyle Ritchie up 5 through the carousel. I'm greatly concerned.
3
for
wide
the
on
very
the
first time.
Bus stop.
Let's see what these guys can do as they complete lap number 1.
I believe Samuel Demian's the first car around.
Take a look at what happened to the 60, and it's in the carousel, sure enough. I'm greatly concerned. Tony Scarbo as well. Let's take a look at what happened. A couple of Speed Zone Esports drivers. Oh my goodness!
What happened there?
Is that a mechanical failure, or... Oh my goodness! Larry McKenzie Jr. getting caught up in that. Daniel Pereira off track to finish lap number 1. Goes a little wide, but let's take a look at what happened to our original incident. Samuel Demien and Daniel Hashi through the bus stop. Little wide, 3 wide, contact made, beaten and banging. Mark Frimpong going to give him a shot, finish him off, and he'll slide up right in front of Scarbo. That could have been a right front toe link broken. Daniel Hashi, big damage as well. They head back up to lap number 2, though. Top 2 already have 2.5 seconds on 3rd place. If I had to guess, though, that might have been a broken toe link for Scarbo.
And he just let it go into the outside wall. Or inside wall, whatever you want to call that wall.
Half a second separating our top 2. Pole time was a 1:11.08. Need this here tonight. The track map, you can see the top 2 already pulling away. They're showing the pace. Sartaj Mann up 2 spots into the 3rd position. Your biggest mover is Mark Frimpong in the 18 machine. He's up 11 spots. Brandon Kiger, he's up 9 spots. Very impressive. Just recently, as of a couple hours ago, signed for 10 Old Galvin Racing. Not an impressive showing, into the 22nd position. Right around his season average through the first 2 races. But yeah, rough start for the Speed Zone Esports guys. Samuel Demien and Tony Scarbo. Obviously, Scarbo will be out of the race. No fast repairs. Samuel Demien can get back out. should he so choose to do so. Side by side just ahead of them, William Bowman and Hunter Rupp. Ryan Tiller right in the mix as well.
It's definitely a special way to guarantee yourself being the last place car.
Kyle Ritchie trying to make a move on the inside of turn number 1 on your 2-time race winner, Thomas Green, who's down 3 spots on the opening, but he's got a clean race car. Timothy J. Moore did not get his qualifying lap in, but he's up 10 spots. We know he's got quick speed. Battles throughout this field as they try and get the running order sorted out. Already 4 laps in. Haven't seen a whole lot of off tracks, though. Keeping it very clean, all things considered. Very well done. Very nicely done by this field of what is now 37 who are all on the lead lap. Mark Frimpong trying to pick up another spot here into the heavy braking zone of turn number 7. Magnus Anderson gives him plenty of room. Very respectful.
Frimpong was my pick to win the LCQ. Looking to put on a show here in the main event. Surprising. I shouldn't say surprisingly. Man's been bad fast for 3 weeks now.
Kenny Stenez, the next one up. Gonna try and hold him off here for the 16th position. A little loose there. Oh, can he hold on to it?
Get back on track, brother.
They actually will able to go single file. Too wide through the S is not what you want to do here at Watkinsville if you're trying to do anything kind of in a quick manner. They settle it out for now.
He's pretty far back. I don't see a send into the bus stop, but you never know with some drivers.
Very respectful, though. No need to push the issue. 30 laps still to go. An eternity here at the road course. Got a driver update for Tyler Davala, one of our own. He settled into the 7th position, up 2 spots from where he started in the 9th position. Looking to get after Justin L. Johnson here, hopefully in the next couple of laps. Just as we noticed, Mark Frimpong, we said he was trying to make a move on Kenny Stenez. A little wide through 7 now, under pressure from Magnus Anderson.
And they were battling through the carousel. He was able to get up under him, almost hit him with a crossover, but I guess he wasn't able to get the entrance into that second to last corner.
Up at the front, Brandon Bowers has extended his lead to 1.3 seconds over Zach Almond. Sartaj Mann 5.6 back off the lead as he's under pressure from Nick Miller. Randy Arms trying to make a pass here on Alex Chira. Joshua McQuiggan under heavy pressure as well through the bus stop.
Yeah, Brandon Bowers just casually running quality lap times with a race pace.
We saw the 18 there, a little bit risky, putting his right sides on that grass on the exit of the bus stop, though able to hold it for now. Alex Chira under pressure from McQuiggan. Who's under pressure from Dylan Failvich, who's under pressure from Kyle Ritchie. Mark Frimpong again going wide through turn number 7. Magnus Anderson trying to go the long way around.
Ooh, Frimpong got loose.
Here comes Hunter Rupp. Is he going to make a move down into the heavy braking zone? He's going to stay tucked in line. Thought about making a move. Will decide against it. Kenny Stennis is very loose. Hunter Rupp very loose. Oh, he's going to dip a tire onto the grass. And he's going to have to
he disconnected
off the racetrack.
He alt F4'd.
Oh, heartbreak there. He almost had it saved. Just like that, his race is over. At least for the time being. Steven Valdala off course on turn number 1. He's going to get it woed up. Let's take a look at what happened. Does he get a little help here? Drives it down pretty deep. Little lockup there. Oh, and just tried to accelerate off the curb. Heavy impact into the inside tire barrier. He should be able to continue.
He's going, but it's not very fast.
Larry McKenzie Jr. said he had an incident, but I do believe just going very wide, using all of the escape road. Oh, and that right front not looking good on Steven Valdala. How about Brandon Kiger? He's up 11 spots, kind of just doing his own race.
Yeah, one of those things, if you're just consistent, if you just keep it on the track, you will naturally pick up spots.
So like we said, a top 20, very easily obtainable. These guys will start to drop, lose concentration. This is a great battle here for the 8th position. James Jimmy Fillers, Jarrett Talmadge, and Randy Arms. This is 8th, 9th, and 10th. With Alex Chira and Quiggin just a little bit further back. Randy Arms taking a peek, will fall back in line. 25 machine having a great race after getting wrecked out of Auto Club. You can see already 34th, Larry McKenzie Jr. already a minute behind your race leader. Fillers bounces off the outside retaining wall. Nobody close enough to make a move just quite yet. Drew Jawah all over the back bumper with Nick Miller as they go through the S's. Following right in his tire tracks. We'll see if he's close enough to make a move into the bus stop.
I've got to say, I'm very happy. I haven't seen a lot of big, risky moves being made, like, so far. I think a lot of drivers really are learning that, you know, you rack up, you know, 2, 4X's here and there. Like, the penalties will start coming down hard. And that's not even disciplinary penalties. That's just, you get the iRacing, like, incident points, you lose points in the standings.
And it's just that easy. Look at onboard there with Kevin Boley as Brandon Kiger went wide. That's how easy it is to make up a move. That was for the 24th position. Michael McElroy also had to make an unscheduled pit stop. Heavy damage to the left side. He's making his debut as the league owner. Has not qualified into the last week's race and sat out at Daytona to be the race control. So very admirable start for Michael McElroy, but not the start he would have wanted for his on-track debut. But he's one of those guys that definitely prefers to take left turns whenever possible.
I think the majority of us do.
Yeah, this is the battle for 4th. Drew Jawah, 4 machine running a little wide. It's going to allow Justin.
Oh, he's going to be challenged by Justin Johnson.
We are very happy with the performance of our driver, Tyler Duvall. That is fake news.
It's not like we pay our drivers. Why would we break ties? We need more.
I give a special shout out here to Andrew Tenold from the 45. Just as I say that, he hits the wall, so maybe I shouldn't. Him and Travis De Leon battling away for the 27th position. Andrew will be the first to tell you that he needs more seat time side by side in the bus stop. Go at it, fellas. Look at that. But the 45 machine, whoa, look at that. In the background, there goes Travis De Leon. Did he get any help? No, he just lost it. Should be fine if the left front toe link held on. Back to Andrew Tenold, though. Be the first to tell you that he struggles, needs more seat time at these road courses, but currently has a completely clean race car in the 27th position. Did not make last week's LCQ. And after wrecking out at Daytona, just needs any sort of momentum to start building his way back up into that top 30. And this is a very encouraging sign that he's able to keep this car in one piece. Brandon Bowers had an off track through turn number 7. Zach Almond's all over the back bumper of him. Lap traffic dead ahead. They get through. But Zach Almond challenging here. 24 laps to go. Does he use the bumper? A little bit of left front damage there. Let's take a look at what happened to Bowers. Oh, he just had to avoid the lap car, the 82 machine of Zach Scare. Back up front. Gap was 1.4. Now it's only 0.3 of a second as they head through the bus stop.
It's definitely going to be a problem when you're faster than 60% of the field.
60's putting it very generously.
Well, I should have added a this much faster than 60% of the field, because he does just walk away with some of these races.
Look at this little battle. Randy Arms trying to go up the inside of Jarrett Talmadge. Holy smokes, what a move. I don't know if he'll be able to get the run off, though. Little wiggle from the 42. What a move from that 25 machine. Oh my goodness, you can't do that.
I mean, he just proved that you can.
He just shoved it up in there in the carousel. Didn't hit anything, and now he's looking to get 8th from James Jimmy Fillers. Look at this battle, though. About 10th on back to 14th, separated by a second. Andy Arms taking a peek. Gonna lock up. 42's coming right back at him, as is the 3.
And they're coming up on lap traffic.
Battle for the race lead, though. Zach Almond inside into the bus stop. Gets a great run out of the S's. The 11 trying to challenge back.
ARS gave him a little touch on the booty.
The carousel concerns are increasing. 23 laps to go. Let's take a look at how he did it. Oh, and that's again lap traffic. Jonathan Dolly. Bowers not getting the long end of the stick here. So maybe you could say the 50 went a little bit slower, but as the chasing car has gotten a little bit luckier with lap traffic, but he'll take it how you can get it.
I mean, now he's going to have to be the lead car coming up for all, lap traffic. He's going to get the same treatment potentially.
Let's take a look here. What happened to Larry McKenzie Jr.? Way too wide in turn number 1. Gonna do a very small reenactment of Jimmy Johnson all those years ago. Of note, Samuel Damien back on track after his lap 1 excursion through the carousel. The 27 machine of Kevin Boley. Gonna try and hold it down there on that inside. Looks like a left front toe link potentially busted. Let's take a look here. Yeah, that left front definitely not pointing the direction it should be. Through the bus stop. Oh, just off that curb. That's the second time we've seen that incident. Left front definitely busted on this 27. He's off the racing line. He's off the racing line. Tyler Davala might catch him at an awkward spot, but it's okay.
Yeah, these curbs are.
Oh, there goes James Jimmy Fillers in the background. Let's see if he got any help. But it looked like he got just. Oh, this might be.
Ooh, I think he got help.
He got help from the 42 of Jarrett Talmadge. Doesn't hit anything, but he's going to lose a handful of positions back down to 15th. What's up, Cashman? Mark Frimpong, we saw him making a couple early off-track excursions, but that car has settled back down, back into the 16th position, up 13 spots, your biggest mover. Kyle Ritchie's up 12 spots as well. The 76 machine trying to put Alex Chira under pressure. Chris Pinder, another one of these guys that would prefer to turn left. He's up 13 spots into the 24th position. Daniel Hashey for Black Gold Racing sits in the 27th position. He's making his season debut. Glad to see him out there. Got a little bit of right front damage, but he's definitely chasing after Jordan Miller, who's also making his, I believe it's his debut. Yes, it is, in the 8 machine. They're doing a good job keeping their cars in one piece. Drew Joie going to be the first man to pull the trigger on pit stops with 20 laps to go. And I think the 60 machine into the bus stop.
We're going to be coming up on
grass.
heavy...
Oh, and he snaps right in front of Pinder. He had to jump to pit road.
Coming up on heavy lap traffic in front of the leaders.
Gap is half a second, but look at this train of cars ahead of him. Pinder only takes left-hand turns.
Oh,
and there goes the two. That's Alan Burr. He's able to recover, though, but this is not what you want to see if you are the leaders. You got side-by-side ahead of you into the heavy braking zone. 19 laps to go in what has been an action-packed Max's Carousel Concerns. What a dive from the 11.
Oh, we're about to be 3 wide on the exit.
Jordan Miller, 2 wide. That's going to kill the 51 speed. Here comes Brandon Bowers right back at him.
Yeah, I don't think Daniel Heshe gave him enough room to get back on track.
Bowers trying to do to Zach what Zach did to him just a couple of laps ago. This is going to get dicey. They make it through, though. Well done.
Daniel Heshe with contact. But they're still going for the lead.
All things considered, the lap cars aren't necessarily doing anything wrong. They're doing a decent enough job trying to stay out of the way. Hard to do, I realize. But this has been a pretty tame for what I thought was going to happen. Watkins Glen race. There's Andrew Tenold, staying well out of the way. Very respectful gap. Now with some clean air is 3 car lengths. Fight for the race win. Back on. No traffic. Alan Burr just behind these guys. Just loops it at a 7. Oh, and that's going to be big damage to that left front. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of individual mistakes, not a whole lot of overdriving it. So
I don't know how much we can curse it. I feel like as long as they don't, block the track, it's fine.
But they've already lapped up to the 24th position. Chris Pinder, speak of him, he's the man next up. He's got a decent margin to avoid going a lap down. Magnus Anderson in for his final.
I'm gonna say, now that we've gotten the leaders through, a good bit of traffic, we can get a shout out to our sponsors at ARS Admin Box. I believe we've finally got a discount code for users. I believe it's ARS for 10% off.
Very nice. Very useful for all your race control needs. Just it serves as a button box as well outside of that. A very nifty product. Here's Kyle Ritchie under pressure. Or putting the pressure on Jarrett Talmadge, excuse me, as they... Again, everyone else has to deal with the same lap traffic. It's not just the leaders. If you're sitting... Oh, Brandon Bowers is going to come into pit. Trying to do the undercut on Zach Amon.
But, to answer the question, Admin Box is, I believe, a button box more designed for race control style things.
Bowers in. Sartaj Mann is in. The 85 is out. Brandon Kiger. Daniel Heshe on pit road. Alan Burr. Oh, Sartaj Mann going to beat him off pit road. A little bit of a strategy call there from that 049 machine. That's what I like to see. Roll the dice. Got a driver update for the 74 machine of Jonathan Udali. He's currently running in the 29th position. Up 10 spots from where he started. Car is still in one piece. And sometimes that's all you can ask for at these road courses. But Zach Amon is in. Let's see what he elects to do here. If he elects to go with the strategy call. Down pit road. We'll look for around the final corner. You see on your track map the 049 entering the second to last corner. $16 laps to go. Looks like he's going to get 4 fresh tires. Oh no, he's only at 8 seconds. Strategy call from the 51. Sartaj Mann. That was his closest competitor. But Zach Amon, you see him just coming out of pit exit there. 4 seconds up the road. So now he's got some breathing room. And that might be, depending on how the tires hold up, that might be too much to overcome for these guys behind him. We'll see if the strategy pays off.
I think it'll all come down to, getting around lap traffic, making sure you run, a good, clean race.
Absolutely. The top three have yet to pit. Justin L. Johnson, Jarrett Talmadge, and just as I say that, there goes the 33 onto pit road. Jarrett Talmadge, we'll see if he elects to stay out. He's coming in this time by. And Thomas Green started in the 12th position. Fell back at the start. We'll see if he wants to stay out. No, all of our top three coming back in. That'll give the lead of the race to Zach Amman, over 4.3 seconds ahead of Sartaj Mann. You can see Samuel Demien, very respectful of your race leader. Love to see it. Love to see him still battling for positions. He's already picked up a couple. But Tony Scarbo and Hunter Rupp and Zach Scare currently the only drivers out of the race. We'll see what Brandon Bowers can do. He was noticeably quicker than this 049. 15 laps to go into the bus stop chicane. We can take a peek. Not quite. Can't quite get there. But putting the pressure on, trying to force a mistake. Little loose behind him in that dirty air. Samuel Demien getting clear out of the way. Bowers showing his nose yet again. All this battling, though, that's exactly what Zach Amman needs to see. Gap now over 5 seconds with 14 laps to go. Does the 11 try and send it? We haven't seen a heavy braking move, surprisingly, tonight. Haven't really seen someone try and completely send it. Here's Kyle Ritchie, or Drew Juwan, excuse me, trying to battle with Justin L. Johnson. A bit further back, Joshua McQuiggan, Mark Frimpong. Got a lap car of Jonathan Dolly to contend with as well. That'll keep McQuiggan at bay. Dolly will get out of the way. There's Thomas Green. He cycles back to 14th. Trying to get around the lap traffic. Don't see side by side in the S's a whole lot, but it worked out there for everybody.
In this lull of action, I want to give another
there from Bowers to Sartaj Mann.
I was gonna say I want to give a shout out to Lady Makes, because the ladies in your life make doing what you do worth it, whether it be Max's wife.
Oh, there's the send! I'm sorry! Bowers a little bit late into turn number one, and it's over! It's over! Sartaj Mann! He'll hang on to second.
Oh, no!
Let's take a look at this. Down into turn number one.
I think Sartaj just went to brake a little sooner than Bowers thought, and he just got into him, got in the grass, and had nowhere to go.
And that's it. Just a misjudgment there. 13 laps to go, and this race looks to be all Zach Amman.
Yeah, I was, in the middle of what I thought would be a great ad read.
Ooh, Valdola. All right, you're good. I think you're good now.
Yeah, I was going to talk about the ladies that, help us do what we do in life.
Oh, contact through the bus stop, McQuiggan and Mark Frimpong. Way to hang on to it, fellas. Ooh, I'm sorry. You can't get your ad read in. Oh, my goodness.
I was going to say, whether it's McElroy's or Richard's to allow them to, help us put on the show that we do, or the one that, helped all of us come into this world, your mother, Mother's Day, a month and a half away. You can always get her something from ladymakes.com.
All right, now we're getting told to crank it up, so here we go. There's something about kind of just the rhythm of a road course is watching those cars go up through the S's. Kind of relaxing.
I can't believe it. 2 times trying to get, you know, like just a little bit. Like I thought of that stuff on the fly. I'm like, this is going to be good. And then the action got good.
Side by side through the S's. James Jimmy Fillers, Thomas Green. This is for 13th position. 13 car trying to get 13th position. Looks like he'll have the run down the back straightaway. Can he outbrake him into the bus stop? Yes, he can. Put the 13 car into the 13th position. A very strong run for Chris Pinder. Up 18 spots. I believe that's the biggest mover of the night. Kind of in no man's land right now.
Honestly, probably the best place to be. You don't want that many cars around you.
Ryan Tiller trying to put Jonathan Dolly under pressure. I just want to see someone just outbrake somebody. You know, we haven't honestly seen a whole lot of that. It's been pretty straightforward passing or a mistake. I want to see somebody get deep on the brakes like Tyler Reddick did last afternoon. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. Mistake from the 74. Ryan Tiller says, thank you very much. Oh, Valdolla staying out of the way. I'll be honest. These guys have put on a very clean show. 10 laps to go. Valdolla's had a tough night. Larry McKenzie Jr.'s been having a couple issues, but he's still out there battling away. Michael McElroy, same thing. Not their cup of tea, these right turns, but they're still out there trying to learn laps and log, get every point possible. So I can respect the hustle, and they've been very respectful of lap traffic around them. You see there, just a couple minutes ago, getting out of the way of the leaders, and just there, even Valdolla getting out of the way of a random car. So these guys are putting on a very respectful, very clean show throughout the field, and it's something to be admired. Honestly, it's been a very enjoyable race, and we're still not done yet. See, there's Chris Pinder staying out of the way of second place. So very respectful effort. These guys should be very proud of the show they're putting on.
Ooh, Steven Valdolla off track and into the wall. Watching second place and just watched him get up and out the way.
Something to know. I hate Magnus. I'm sorry. He's one of the few drivers left in the field without an off track, trying to get himself those 3 bonus points. Chris, I love you too. Also one of these drivers without a off track to speak of. And that's it. Somehow, Larry McKenzie has a 0x. But I've seen him around a couple of times. I don't know if it gave him an incident, but... as Randy Arms as well. So 3 drivers currently have not been off the track one time tonight. Whether they have a loss of control or a car contact is a different story, but... Mark Frimpong continuing his charge up through the field. Kyle Ritchie is as well, both up 17 spots. Bowers got too deep into the braking zone in turn number 1. Contact with the back of Sartaj Mann, and did the Jimmy Johnson all those years ago into the tire barrier. Yeah, Pinder's got a great looking race car. Every week these guys bring really good stuff out of the shop. 8 laps to go. Closest on-track battle here between Frimpong and Fillers.
Kind of surprised to see Fillers this far down the pecking order, considering, you know, teammates with Brandon Bowers, he usually puts on a pretty good show. Just shows you the strength of field we have here tonight with ARS.
Let's take a look at how Fillers got back around Thomas Green. We had just noted that he had just regained the position, just a lock up there in the bus stop. Thomas Green will have to fight back. He was trying to get Frimpong for 12th, now back to 14th. Take a look what happened to Andrew Tenold. Just a little bit wide, nothing to report there. Steven Valdala, same thing, just letting people go by. And then Michael McElroy. Oh, carried far too much speed.
This is not a great debut for the league owner.
Pinder almost caught him there. Oh, but he's going to loop
he
it.
pulled over. No! McElroy!
7 laps to go. And we're pretty much all spread out now. It took them longer than I thought. There was pretty much battles all over this racetrack. But it has stabilized. This is the closest on-track battle here for the 12th position. Dylan Failvich is also being pursued by Jarrett Talmadge. Ooh, that got tight there with, I believe that was Valdala. Some good runs tonight. Daniel Pereira, top 20. William Bowman, 21st position. He's had a very clean race. Andrew Tenold, 23rd. I think he'll be very excited with that. Top 25 at a road course. Logan Brass, top 5 already this season, but obviously road courses. He's got a clean car.
I feel like it's a terrible thing to say, but it's taken me 30 laps to realize that Tyler Glass did not make this race.
He was one of the ones that transferred from the LCQ.
He won the LCQ. I just assumed he was here. I went to go look through the leaderboard to see where our picks are panning out. And I'm like, wait a minute.
How about Alex Chira being pursued late by Dylan Failvich in that 88 machine? Kevin Boley, an off track. Oh, he's facing the wrong way through turns 7 and 8. Does he get any help here from Nick Miller? Yes, he does. Oh, man.
Ooh, a lot of help.
That was in 3rd position. Just let's take a look at that, actually. That's one of the few really major incidents between drivers. It looks like, yeah, it's just the closing speed of the 20. 27 could have been further out towards the curb, but is under no obligation to do so. And the 20 just misjudged the closing speed there, but Kevin Boley is able to continue on the racetrack in the 31st position.
You always got to double tap.
Chris Pinder still in line for the biggest mover with 5 laps to go. And a driver update. Joshua McQuiggan update. He started 13th. Has been off the track 3 times and runs in the 11th position. Valdala going very slowly through the S's. But he's getting back up to speed. Car looks okay. How about Randy Arms going at it? With Kenny Stenez down the back straightaway. 4 laps to go. There's Brandon Kiger, lock up there from Bowman, and put that 85 up into the 21st position.
I would like to point out that Sartaj Man is catching Zach Ahman. It might have been traffic, but Last I looked, Amon was about 5 seconds ahead. It's now down to 4.
Yeah, these guys are putting on a heck of a show for a road course. How about a three-way battle with 4 laps to go? Frimpong trying to hold on to 12th. Thomas Green has caught these guys again. 39 cars at the Glen, didn't really know what to expect. We absolutely can look at the leaders. It is down to 3.5 seconds. Zach Amon up front. Sartaj Mann with a 2-second gap over third, and Nick Miller, who has 3 seconds back to Drew Jawan, who has 5 seconds over Justin L. Johnson. That is your top 5 as they run back down to this three-way battle. 3 laps to go. By the way, my pick to win is winning this race currently. I was told I could not pick Bowers under any circumstances, so I picked Zach Amon. Alright? So you're welcome. If there's any fans of the 51s out there, you're welcome. How about this, though? Toyota, top 3. Them cheating Yoders at it again. But there's first.
I was just gonna say.
Here's second. And there's third. All Toyota Camrys.
Although that last lap, or the most recent lap, Sartaj Mann was half a second faster. We'll see what it is this time by.
Drew Jawan leading the bow ties, the Chevrolets, and James Jimmy Fillers down in 13th. Make it maybe 12th. Leading the Fords. This is going to be settled on the last lap. Jarrett Talmadge chasing after Dylan Failvich. Let's just hope they all keep it clean. Don't want anyone getting spun on the last lap. But Fillers was going for it. He had that thing slideways.
Ooh, Thomas Green going to the outside.
Into 7. Can he make a stick on the outside? Not quite. They're going to drop back from Frimpong. But it is 3-second gap. Fuel of no concern for our leaders. No contact made. Thomas Green and James Jimmy Fillers and Frimpong will get away side by side through the S's. Give it to Thomas Green. Oh,
don't give it to Thomas Green. He gave it all to Thomas Green.
He's just going to get right into that left rear. He'll bounce it off, go straight. White flag. That'll settle those battles. Give Frimpong 12th, Fillers 13th, and Thomas Green 14th. I'd say the outside retaining wall helped him save that race car. Final lap, though, from Zach Amon. Started second. Took the lead. With a little help from lap traffic. Played the strategy perfect and never looked back. Through the bus stop for the final times. Got Kenny Stenez right in front of him. He's just backing the pace off just a little bit, just trying to be clean. He gave another half a second in that lap to Sartaj Mann, but just keep it on track. Out of the carousel, he's no longer concerned. Through 7. For the final time through turn number 8, 2.5 seconds. He's going to do it. Out of the final corner at the 51 to victory lane for the first time. New winner, Zach Amon. The winner at the Carousel Concerns at the Glen. And here we go. This is the last battle on track. This is the battle for 9th. How aggressive does this 42 want to get into these final 2 corners? Could easily dive it up underneath them. Trying to go for the run of the final corner. 9th and 10th. He sticks his nose in there. 88 will shut the door. Valiant effort, but that'll be 9th for Dylan Failvich, 10th for Jarrett Talmadge to round out your top 10.
There's a battle for
15. We got another one here. Randy Arms just caught Magnus Anderson on the last lap. Side by side into turn number 7. 25 on the outside. Magnus Anderson, 7 on the inside. How deep do you drive it in? Contact made by both. 25 hangs onto it. and he'll take the position away.
I really thought there might have been retaliation into the final corner, but he just gives it to him.
How about that? Magnus doesn't appear to be too upset. No displeasure like Daniel Suarez. Biggest mover does in fact go to Chris Pinder, up 18 spots. Heartbreak of the race, Brandon Bowers down 33 spots. Your pole sitter. Tony Scarbo, again, I just don't understand what happened there. Contact through the carousel.
And he stuck around for the entire race.
And he did not leave. He was watching his teammate spotting. But here's Zach Amman, burning it down on the front straightaway. Right at the start-finish line. Very well managed race for the 51 in Tri-Racial Racing. Burning it down, light up the rears like Zane Smith did earlier this week. Took just under an hour. Everyone here did a fantastic job. No track blockers to report.
It's amazing what can happen when we go green flag like the entire way.
So let's see who finished here. Magnus Anderson, 0 off tracks. Chris Pinder, 0 off tracks. Randy Arms got 1. I believe it was that last lap send around the outside.
He got 1 on the last lap, yeah.
And Larry McKenzie Jr. was 0 off track. So 3 drivers able to avoid the track limits here. Who had the most? Steven Valdala with 12 off track excursions. He never gave up, though. I can give him that. I will give him that all day long.
Let me know when they are waiting.
Alrighty. It only took an hour. They can wait a little bit longer, can't they? I'm just kidding. Let's go ahead and get your race winner up here. Zach Amman in the 51. You got the YJ Media booth here. Qualified in the 2nd position, just barely, but followed up the strong qualifying pace with really good race pace. Caught back up to Bowers with some lap traffic assistance. Made a great strategy call at the pit stop and came out ahead and just kind of managed that gap. So a very well managed race from yourself tonight.
Yeah, the car was really fast tonight, but I don't know what happened to Brandon, but I thought it would be me and him all race, but then the lap traffic was not great, but I eventually I used that to my advantage, I guess, to get past him, but like on lap 4, whenever I killed the wall, I thought my car was killed. But luckily, I guess it wasn't. It might have given me a little advantage. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. What was the call at the pit stop? Fuel only 2 tires. What was the call there?
I mean, I know the tire model got updated recently on iRacing, but I kind of just went with what I've known on road courses for last year, and the next gen is just fuel only and go. And I think Brandon took at least 2 tires because he was really behind. But I mean, luckily it worked because before the race I was stressing over that because I didn't know whether to take no tires or 4, but I guess luckily I got on the right side of the call.
Yeah, absolutely. A fantastically driven race. Managed the lap traffic well in the second half. Sartaj man made a run at you at the end, but just able to manage that gap.
He was catching me towards the end.
Absolutely, but able to hold on and get your first win of the season, breaking through at the road course.
Yeah. Is there another one on the schedule?
There should be at least one more. I think we have Indy Road in the playoffs, so you'll be looking for that.
Hopefully we can get a few more wins and maybe one on the oval before then.
Absolutely. Before we let you go, anyone you would like to shout out or say hi to for the broadcast?
My teammates at Tri-Racial, we all did really good, 1, 2, 3, and 5 or something like that. And Red Sim Design for making me this really nice paint scheme. If you need a paint scheme, go give him a shout out on Instagram or Twitter.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the first one of the season. Looking forward to seeing you next week.
Yep, thank you.
Go ahead and pull up Your second place finisher, also tri-racial racing, 1-2. Teammates chasing each other down there at the end. Qualified in the 5th position. Made his way up throughout the race. Had a slight incident there with Bowers, who got too deep into the braking zone. Able to hang on to it, though. And you were the quickest car on the racetrack there at the end of it. Just needed this race to be 40 laps instead of 35, and you might have had something. But nevertheless, a very impressive race from yourself.
Yeah, I feel like if it was just a few more laps, I could have had something for Zach. But yeah, I just took it too conservative my first run. I think just trying to get a feel of the car, get into a rhythm, and it it was really fast at the end of the race. Definitely was fastest car, but it's too late, So fun race overall.
Absolutely. You also, I believe, went with the fuel-only strategy. Is that correct?
Yeah, fuel only.
Absolutely, and able to manage those tires home to the end, and were very quick at the end of it. So definitely proven that y'all have a great road course program. So excited to see what y'all can do when we get to Indy Road here later in the season.
Yeah, great road program for sure.
Absolutely. Before we let you go, anyone you want to shout out or say hi to for the broadcast?
Yeah, just my dogs at Tri-Racial Racing and PPM, Peak Performance Motorsports.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on a well-earned second place here tonight.
Thank you.
Here with your third place finisher, right where he started, the absolute display of consistency. Started third, finished third. Just didn't really have the speed of those top two, but definitely was able to have a fun battle there with Drew for a couple of laps and able to hang on and to round out the podium here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that race was like really bad for me. I felt like I waited till like the last like 10 laps to actually do something.
A bad race resulting in a podium, though, so sounded like Kyle Busch a little bit. No, I'm just messing with you. But nevertheless, though, kept the car in one piece. Obviously hard to do with lap traffic and just the different style of racing, but definitely showed that you have speed on the ovals and the road courses as well, so definitely something to take home there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we started catching Zach there like the last 10 laps, and I thought there might have been a chance we could have done something. And then one of the lap cars just screwed me over, and I like gave up on being nice with the lap cars. I think the last 5 laps, I just started moving them just because like they weren't getting out of the way,
Right,
and like they should know better at this point.
right.
Didn't you learn from Denny Hamlin you're not supposed to admit that on air?
Actions detrimental.
We didn't intend to. We just gave a little bump.
Just meant to rattle his cage. But a great race from yourself, keeping up the impressive consistency in this early season. So looking forward to see what you could do as the season progresses. And before I let you go, anyone you want to shout out or say hi to for the broadcast?
Not really, just the team and Road to Pro. Let's go.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on a well-earned third place here tonight.
Thank you.
Let's go talk to your biggest mover here. Chris Pinder, your biggest mover. No warning again. It's just how we roll. But how we doing, fellas?
Fantastic.
That's a road course race, huh? How about that?
How about that?
I don't know how I got that 1X. It's driving me nuts.
I think legitimately. I'm trying to think. What would it have been? Actually, I don't know.
I don't remember touching the grass. I never touched a car. I didn't touch the wall.
So I guess because it's not even saying you went off track. So yeah, where would that have come from?
So what do you get a 1X for besides going off track?
That's a great point. Yeah, I have no idea.
And I don't remember it ever coming up on my screen.
Wow. Interesting. Nevertheless.
Maybe, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. Flip a coin.
Oh, probably taking it wide and one. Probably what did it. Because it's on an off track, right?
iRacing counts it as one. I wonder if our software doesn't. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, started way back in the field, up 18 spots, and the car came home in one piece. So just a very impressive display there.
Yeah, the CMS boys don't have much to do in the shop this week.
Yeah. William
They're going to be busy
Bowman.
on Kevin Boley's car.
Yeah. Most of you kept it in one piece. Kevin, I saw you got turned around there late, able to at least finish under your own power, though. William Bowman was out there as well, running inside the top 20 for long portions of the night. So just kind of crossing off the road course. I know it's not everyone's
Thank
cup of tea.
goodness.
Yeah,
Can't just quit
Yes,
out now, though.
fellas.
You need the points, right?
absolutely. Yeah, got to get yourself locked into that top 30. Have sold out every week, so every position matters.
Yes, sir.
Only had 38 start the race, though.
We were supposed to have 43, but people just, I don't know. Oh well.
And your LCQ winner didn't even show up.
Right? I don't know. But technically, with what was hit on the race signing, we had 3 consecutive sellouts. So, let alone at a road course. So that's pretty impressive.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Travis,
what?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
unmute you, Travis.
Yeah.
I hear a solid echo, but I'll let you speak.
Oh, I was just talking to whoever
No, you're
about that
good.
dude that quit that
Nah,
LCQ.
you're good. What'd you see out there tonight?
Nothing really. Just kind of minding my own business, cruising around. You know,
It's just how it has to be sometimes.
taking my time a little bit.
Yeah. Car mostly in one piece, up 6 spots. Road course checked
Yeah.
off, so there you go.
See you in the
That's the only
freaking
one.
rear view.
I think there's one in the playoffs. Yeah, we go to Indy Road. Final round
God.
final race of round 1, so
Like, the Cup drivers in real life don't even want to do that.
yeah, but
Luckily, this ain't real life.
right, y'all are better than them though, so
Maybe, what happened to Bowers?
locked up going into turn 1 and did a Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Thoughts for Charlotte next week though, as we head back to home base for most of these teams.
I'm excited to turn left.
Well, guys at the shop might not be, so we'll see if we can keep it as clean as we did tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't a clean
Also-
race.
It was very impressive. A lot of it was just single car spinning. There wasn't really any sort of like, hey, this guy just blew turn 1 and took out 6 people.
I chose not to qualify because I thought that was going to happen.
No, turn 1, lap 1 just blew me away. So y'all get a gold star or a sticker or something. I don't know.
I got spun on the pace lap.
I heard that.
Yes, sir. 4X, baby.
So yeah, Art said something about it. I didn't see it though. So
Oh yeah, I don't
But
even
you-
care. It is what it is.
nice. Well,
Couldn't even make the pace lap without, getting an X.
they got it all out on
Nope.
pace lap though, I guess. Because it was honestly a very clean race. Like yeah, it was very fun. You did a good job.
No, we just gotta wait for the protest to come out. Travis will have one.
Oh yeah, for sure. For the pace lap, probably.
That was uncalled for. It was such a good race, and he's sitting here.
So,
I heard some people getting yelled at though.
Yeah, I wouldn't know,
On the,
but I thought it was a good race.
what's the protocol for when you? I know you get the blue and yellow flag and you're supposed to move over, but like,
You
am I
don't
supposed to like lift and move over, or like?
You don't even have to move
Everybody was,
over.
like, mad if you kept running your
technically.
line.
Technically,
Well, some
it's
of
just
these-
letting you
some of
know
these
that a
rules.
faster car is approaching. You're not legally required to get out of the way. It's
They don't get out of your way once you
Hey,
get
if
to me,
you
but I'm not
didn't,
going to
they
move out of the
run
way on
you
a
over.
straightaway and let you by.
right.
Yeah, that's the entire point of the rule. Is like you don't have to
Yeah.
move. It's on the the faster car to find a way around you.
Correct.
I'll
did you
even
hear the
give you
racetrack?
preferred line, but I'm not just going to stop for you.
Right. You should have seen.
I know the
Sam.
rule very well because I am very slow.
Yeah. Someone has to do it. Always a pleasure,
road course,
fellas. We will
What'd you make
see.
for dinner before you go?
But what I have for dinner? Pork and mashed potatoes.
Oop, oop.
I had Domino's pizza and it sucked.
I'm so
No,
sorry.
it sucks. Why'd you even order Domino's? You're better than that.
No, it's not.
You know there's a local mom and pop shop waiting for your pizza order, and you fucking give it to Domino's.
It's-
Tatum
It's
says
on
he loves you.
DoorDash, though. It's on DoorDash.
yeah, I
That's why
missed
you did
Tatum tonight. I would have. I'm sad.
Yeah, but I was just passing that along.
AT&T.
He's moving.
Yeah, he better be back.
it. He's a
So-
Texan.
Oh, yeah.
He's not allowed to leave. So
Oh, he's a big Texan, so
yeah. But yeah, always a pleasure, fellas. We'll see hopefully you guys tomorrow night for Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah,
You there?
Yeah.
absolutely. We'll see you tomorrow night, fellas.
See you, buddy.
Take care.
Have a good night.
And
Here with 10 old Galvin Racing. How we doing, fellas?
We finished the race.
Yes, you did. I would say that's you. I would say 10 old you got most improved from the last
Yeah.
time I saw you on a road
Most
course to
improved.
tonight.
Yeah. That league that we don't mention. When we did the road courses
Yeah,
there, I was
Indy Road specifically, that was a bit of a
yeah.
ouch.
Indy Road, that was a very big ouch, and going into this race, literally all freaking day, I was really worried about this race. I don't want to make myself look like a fool, and thankfully I didn't. We also had a new sponsor on the car for specific funding. Really good to get them, even just a top or a P23. That's huge for me personally, and it's big for the team. We all put in a lot of work into this road course racing. We're not road course racers. We drive in circles, so it's been an uphill battle, but hard work and a lot of dedication and perseverance. It pays off. So
Yeah,
we gotta
absolutely.
give it to these guys.
I agree. It's like the first time I've ever seen you up there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. In the race, I was like, I can't believe I'm still driving. And Dolly was like, yeah, me neither. And I was like, I can't even be mad because it's true.
Yeah, Tenold, you were up 12 spots from where you started. Dolly, you were up 13. I mean, kept the car mostly in one piece. Tenold, I know
We don't talk about that. That never happened.
It's fine, but Tenold, I know for you, like you said, not here last week, but being able to start building those points and hopefully like start marching towards that top 30 tonight was a very important part to that process. So,
Definitely. I gotta give a big shout out to the Bitcoin boys. They helped this team a lot. Whether anyone likes to admit it or not, we're all one big team. At the end of the day, we're all really helping each other with notes and driving capabilities. Whether it comes to when do you brake, how do you brake, and how hard do you push the brake, and hey, what gear are you driving in? So it we all help each other, and it's really paying off. I think the next couple of weeks we're at an oval, so you really start seeing us shine. Daytona is a real big hit and miss. Going into that, we all kind of had our hopes a little too high that we were going to win. Kind of like the unspoken league that we don't speak about. Going to that, we kind of knew we were going to win that, but Daytona and ARS is just so competitive. This is such a competitive league, and I tell everybody about this league, and they're like, "Wow, you guys are doing the charity or the charity for the St. Jude's. Plus, you guys are playing. You guys are doing that based off of a simulator, a game." And I was like, "Yeah." And there's so many people that have donated, and I just got to give a shout out to everybody who has donated, whether it's $5, $10 to the $200 that Magnus donated. Any amount, it matters. And you know, we've invested a good amount, but there's no pride in it. It's for a cause. It's ARS. Let's race for a cause, and it's rewarding.
absolutely. We are only 3 weeks into this youngest season, and we have $1,300 raised out of the $2,000 goal. So, pretty incredible there.
It is amazing.
Have sold out 3 consecutive races. We had 45 entries. Obviously, people not able to show up due to last minute work stuff, but we sold out a road course. I mean, you don't see that ever.
Yeah, you really don't. Big shout out to 4 Mile Productions. They're going to sponsor the Dover race. They donated the $25, and they plan on doing more. Just shout out to all of our team partners. Without them, we don't get to do this, and we want to do this. We love doing this, and it's just so fun. It's fun to give, and sometimes you receive, and when you receive, and for me, it's receiving a 23rd place. Woohoo! So I don't know, just up and down
Absolutely.
week.
It's the little victories that mean so much sometimes.
Yes, it's so worth it. Just thankful. I gotta thank my my fiance and my son and my grandmother who's watching the stream right now. Hey, grandma. Everyone involved in helping get this ball rolling. Um, I don't know. The car drove amazing. I almost didn't get to race. My shifter broke.
Oh, wow. You kind of need that
Yeah.
for a road course.
Yeah, well, I use the H pattern and I just flip it forward and backward, and that's
Yeah.
it broke the wire and it got pinched, and the copper inside the wire was showing. And I'm not really a fan of the hand pedals or whatever you want to call them, so I was like panicking. So thankfully, my dad was able to get the wire soldered up for me while I was at work, and we were able to come out here and get 23rd. So I'm happy. You guys got anything else to say, TGR?
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I forgot. I didn't expect y'all to join. I forgot that you existed. I'm sorry.
Wow.
No disrespect.
Wow.
The only thing I gotta say is I'm sorry to McElroy. I know it was kind of more or less both of our faults, but I'm sorry it happened. It's depressing that it happened the way it did, but we bounced back, and we'll look forward to a good week next week.
Absolutely. Going to Charlotte, so looking forward to
And
that.
Agne's
Home
confident
base.
that he'll win, so
Yeah, home
we'll
base
play this
Dolly,
work
two
for.
games.
Mitchell Bagley, number 43, Charlotte winner.
We'll see about that. Good luck next week, fellas.
Thank you guys.
Yep. Here with the Planet Sim Esports fellas, very competitive race on their half. They were getting after it pretty much from the drop of the green flag. Jarrett Talmadge comes home with a top 10. Thomas Green doesn't win, so this is kind of new territory for us. But it was fun watching y'all. Y'all were pretty much the heart of the battles for a lot of the race.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Thomas is here, but yeah, I had a pretty boring race, to be honest. So I'm just happy to be away from that track.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously road course racing, not everyone's cup of tea, but to just cross it off the list with a top 10 and looking forward to Charlotte next week, that's a huge result for you.
I mean, yeah, I was just honestly, I was going to this hoping for a top 15 and it'd be a win. So got a little bit better than that. So one win on the list this season, I guess.
Absolutely. Thomas, again, like I said, uncharted territory, not winning, but obviously just a different animal here. Still came out with a top 13, was battling really hard with Mark Frimpong and James Jimmy Fillers pretty much most of the night, so y'all were looking good out there.
Yeah, I'm just excited to get off the road and get back to an oval, especially Charlotte. Charlotte's a good track for me and Jarrett, so we'll try to get back to victory lane next week if it's possible.
Absolutely. 3 of 4 would be a very impressive achievement, so we'll see.
That would be nice. That would definitely be nice.
But definitely a strong start to the season for you guys. Obviously, the Planet Sim esports guys bringing a lot of speed to pretty much every race we go to. Obviously, 13th out of 39, you still beat 2/3 of the field, so bringing good speed.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just hard racing all race. It's very very tough with these cars on road, but yeah, I mean we put our head down and just kept digging and did what we could, and I'll take 13th. That's around where I wanted to be. So
yeah, car number as well to boot. So there you go.
Yeah.
Well, always a pleasure, fellas. Look forward to seeing you next Monday night at Charlotte.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Spencer Burton.
Crew Racing, how we doing?
Join.
Hey.
Michael
Good,
McElroy, what happened out there tonight?
Hey, first off, you guys joined right as I was saying the name Spencer Burton, so I don't want him to think we were talking smack. I was going over who did not join the race, so we're trying to get a tally of.
Yeah, he said he was going to be here. I was going to say I missed him tonight. He was looking for
Yeah. I was going over like who didn't make it out because we only took the field at 39. So you guys joined and all you heard was Spencer Burton, and I was like, oh man.
He wasn't even here tonight. You can't talk trash about him.
I know.
But
where was Tyler Glass?
Dude won the LCQ and said, you know what, I've had enough.
He might just like the I know some people just like the LCQ. Is a nice short race. I mean, tonight's race was pretty short, but it was a nice quick race.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, I kind of get it with crew racing. Allergic to road courses, I get it.
Hey,
I get it. McElroy, I honestly didn't even see what happened. I looked up and you were like down pit road, like pretty early in the race. What happened?
So it was just Dolly and we both took ownership of it, but I took more. I'm taking more ownership of it. I think I came down more than he came up. But we were just on the back right before the bus stop, and I got speed off the S's, and so I cut to his inside, and I was coming up, and as I was starting my braking zone, I was just trying to catch an angle to the bus stop, so I drifted up, and then he was drifting down to catch his angle of the bus stop, and we met in the middle, and it spun me out enough to where I smacked the wall, and my car had 9 minutes of repair, so I was pretty much done. Yeah.
McQuiggan, you were pretty speedy. Up there, right around the top 10 most of the night.
I wouldn't call it fast. I didn't know how to pass. I didn't know how to run the carousel, and yeah.
Would you say that you were quote unquote concerned about the carousel?
Yes.
There we go. All right.
Absolutely.
I'll just say, as you know, as a team co-owner, we were pretty disappointed in McQuiggan's race tonight. Overall, like
not even a top 10. I mean, come on.
We gave him a top 10 car, and he couldn't pull it out. So it is what
Well,
it is. We'll
it
just
also got
send him back
wrecked,
to
so like you know,
we'll have to send him back to training.
Yeah.
I finished it with a wrecked race car. Don't yell at me.
Yeah, we always give him the best car, and that's why we don't do so well. But you know,
There it is.
he's got to do something with it.
Right. I understand. But yeah, this was a very good race. Lap cars were pretty much respectful of the leaders. Not a whole lot of, hey, I'm just going to dive bomb you and take you out. It was very respectful. Like, this was a huge step forward tonight, I think.
Yeah, I was very impressed. Had maybe one or two race chat incidents where people got a little vocal
Feisty.
with their displeasure. But other than that, I mean, everybody was kind of like, "Hey, take the inside here. Hey, take the outside here." I mean, everybody was pretty cool about it.
There was one or two things. It's like, okay, I could see it, but it's like overall for Watkins Glen with 39 cars, wow, that turn one lap one, nothing happened, and I didn't know really what to say about that.
Turn one lap one, because I was me and Zach, we were in the back where we belong, and turn one lap one, man. When we just drove through turn one at 35 miles an hour, I was like, "This is a nice little Sunday drive."
Yeah, where's all the wrecked cars at?
Look at everybody using their blinkers. This is pretty awesome.
I can't lie. I put the under over of turn 1 at 5. So
nice.
Yeah, and
definitely hit the under.
Yeah, nothing happened. I lost my home now. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I definitely missed fast repairs tonight. It would have been nice to have that. But I do like the I don't know. I like the impact of not having a fast repair. Like, I messed up there, and I like the impact of being like, hey, I've got to face the repercussions now for that incident. So
yeah, I thought it was great. It looked really good from the booth. So
yeah, I can't wait to rewatch it. I hope you guys had some good battles.
Yes, it was.
I heard a bunch of lead changes at some point, or not so much near the end of the race, but early on in the race, I kept hearing about lead changes. So that was cool to hear that there were some battles going up front.
It was a very impressive race tonight. Looking forward to Charlotte next week for sure.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everything you guys do, for real.
Of course.
Before we get out of here, I want to ask a question about the sponsorship of Admin Box. I believe we have a discount code, correct?
Yeah, we do. So Admin Box, it's spelled with 2 X's, so BOXX. Go to adminbox.com. They have these really cool button boxes where you can sit there and not only just admin a race, but you can change like your fuel count, your tire selection. You can change pretty much anything you want that a normal like crew chief app or anything like that would do. And when you go to checkout, you can type in ARS-BOXX and you'll get 10% off. Not just our drivers in our league. I mean, every viewer as well gets that 10% off. It's an unlimited amount.
Yeah, very cool opportunity, and massive shout out for them for coming on board.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. Awesome of them. Very cool.
Absolutely. Well, looking forward to Charlotte next week, fellas.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Drew Jua, how we doing? You've been waiting patiently. Oh, don't do that to me. There we go. All right, you started. All right. You're the highest finishing Chevy. You're the number 4 car. You finished in the 4th position. Didn't lose or gain anything, so just kind of consistent. Put Nick Miller under a bunch of pressure. They're just unable to find a way around. But a solid race from you tonight.
Yeah, this is definitely what we needed. We came in like 16th in the points. Best finish of 20th. I had been in the top 5, top 4, every single race, in the final 2 laps. And it's nice to finally have the result that we deserve. Yeah, like going back to you saying fighting with Nick Miller, I mean, we kind of struggled early. They kind of pulled away from me. I battled a little bit with Justin and then got back up to Nick, and I felt like I was a little bit faster. Maybe I was burning my tires a little bit more. I know he was saving his tires. He didn't take tires throughout the whole race. I got to him, and it was really hard to pass. I didn't want to make any contact, and we almost did. I kind of tried to like half fake a move, half go for a move, trying to scare him, and ended up locking up and almost wrecking him. I posted how close it was in the chat, but we took tires. We pitted as early as we could to make it, and we pitted for tires. Got back up to Nick, and then it was just about trying to avoid all the lap traffic. It was kind of tough. I know the leaders in front of me were having issues, but sometimes it was kind of tough. I mean, I'm pretty sure in total I lost about 10 seconds from those from the lap cars. So it's just unfortunate. I didn't really have race winning pace, but I felt like when all three of us, the second through fourth, we all had clean track. I was just a little bit faster with my fresh tires, but at the end I ended up burning them off. I almost lost it in the final corner and was lucky enough to save it and come up with the fourth place finish.
Yeah, absolutely. Thoughts as we head to Charlotte next week?
Try and take this fourth place finish and I don't know, try and not get wrecked in the final couple laps. That's definitely the hope. But we'll go to Charlotte. I think I'm not sure if it's the longest race of the year, but my only complaint with this race was that it was just a little short, 35 laps. Went it by really, really fast, and I felt like I would have liked to have seen another pit stop, but what more can you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, they switched us to by the hour this week, so that it would explain it. But what can you do? A great race, nevertheless, and we look forward to seeing you at Charlotte next week.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that was almost. I mean, it really wasn't. I mean, an hour at Watkins Glen. Got to keep your composure.
It's what happens when races go green.
Yeah. You've seen the ticker scroll up there. Hopefully your favorite driver was towards the front of that. But let's go ahead and give you your official race results. Here this evening, Zach Amman, 2.4 second win over Sartaj Man and Nick Miller rounding out the podium. With 16 drivers finishing on the lead lap here. Blistering pace set by our leaders again here this week. Magnus Anderson, the last man on the lead lap there. Further down, hopefully your favorite drivers towards the top of the list. A couple new faces this week. Daniel Hashi, 27th on his debut. And then Michael McElroy, 35th on his debut.
League owner, baby.
Those are your official race results. Let's get you your championship standings as they entered tonight. Didn't get to that in all the excitement. It was Thomas Green from Jarrett Talmadge. Dylan Herverton unable to be here this evening. McQuiggan will take that spot away. You can see here Alan Burr had some issues here tonight. Nick Miller's going to shoot up. Poindexter unable to make it. Valdala, quick on the ovals, has a night to forget here. Sartaj Man and Zach Amman will definitely shoot up 17th and 18th. So a whole lot of movement throughout these point standings for sure. As we've already had in this young season, 52 drivers take the green flag here for 3 races in the Affinity Racing Series.
Going down and saying the negative points is funny.
Yes. All right, your final thoughts here from Watkins Glen.
Give a big shout out to Zach Amman getting the lead from and then fighting for a rightful victory from Brandon Bowers. Like, we knew how fast Bowers was, but he earned that.
Yeah, hard to do for sure. A lot of clean racing we saw tonight. A lot of on-track action, battles for the lead, some pitch strategy playing out. What more could you want? Very exciting race here this evening.
I think we should give, one final shout out. Another, I don't think they've donated, but they've definitely helped out. Lady Makes, Richard's partner and her company, for the lady in your life, whether it be your mom or your partner, get them a gift from ladymakes.com.
Absolutely. And next week, like we said, we head to Charlotte for the Congenial Heart Defect Awareness 180. Always racing for a cause here. In the Affinity Racing Series here over at ARS. The fundraiser link is in the Twitch chat if you would like to donate for a great cause, or if you want to secure what is very limited sponsorship rights. I believe we have 3 races remaining
I believe actually all of the races have been claimed.
Oh wow. So that's awesome. But yeah, if you just feel free to donate to a great cause for the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Already 65% of the way to the goal 3 weeks into the season. So simply a fantastic group of people here at the Affinity Racing Series. The guys over at ARS do a very nice job. If you're interested in racing with us, we can point you in the right direction as well. Or again, if you want to donate for a great cause. Tomorrow night we'll be kicking off the LSRL playoffs. The round of 8 kicks off at the Michigan International Speedway. And then this Friday night, the Rod Car Truck Tour. The finale to decide the Season 4 champion. And next Monday night, we're back at the Ovals at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Affinity Racing Series. Y'all take care, and we'll see you tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.